Oh my. Did you give up so easy? I sincerely hope not. It'd be such a shame to see you like me, like I used to be. Come on, let me punch you a few more times. You know you like it. The sound of your own bones crunching in your face. Where are my manners? It'd be such a shame if I did this without fully savoring it. Don't you know? It's such a shame to just leave you as is. You did wander here. You did pick a fight with me. Do you even know who I am? Doesn't look like it. Did you think just because I'm wearing a suit, I don't know how to rule among the damned? You've got some nerve, don't you? I admire that, honestly. The fact that you would pick a fight just makes breaking each and every one of your bones that much sweeter. And your screams, they're so delightful. I just can't put it into words. But be glad you ran into me. I might just leave you dying instead of dead. And then if you're lucky, you might escape and be paralyzed for the rest of your life. Then again, that might be just a bit risky. After all, you're probably going to tell on me that the dear Deku, well, that's what they used to call me. Of course, I've thrown away that a long time ago. Why would I bother with it? There's no truth in it. You see, I used to be like you. Someone who seeks fights or justice or whatever you want to call it. But that doesn't matter. Now does it? Dead men tell no tales. Oh, don't tell me. Did you see me? Oh no. What am I going to do? I was seen in the act and... Oh, sorry, that's just a bad habit of mine. You see, I like to play around with people. You don't actually think I would hurt you, do you? Look at how beautiful that smile is. Who could hurt that? Well, I could name a few people, of course. But do I look like a brute? Oh, don't pay attention to that mess over there. You two, clean this up. Get it out of my sight. I have more pressing matters.
Yes, sir.
You know what I love about this? Other than the satisfying crunch of listening to poor people getting their bones broken, it's also seeing people like you. Oh, doll, why'd you have to wander into my alleyway? Though I'm glad you did, I'm just not so sure you'll be glad you did. You wouldn't want to make little Deku sad, would you? Then I suggest you don't tell anyone a peep, but of course I can't just let you go. No, not so fast, love. Now look at what you made me do. I don't like using my quirk from that fake. But sometimes you have to do what you have to do. Sometimes you have to play the devil's advocate and just understand that there's some reasons for everything. Oh, did you know? There's two things that you have to know while I'm holding you up by your neck, and that's you're completely at my mercy. Doll, why don't you just relax? Or do you think that poor, hopeless Deku would hurt you? Oh no, I would never dream of it. Don't you know? I'm a pro hero. I'm aiming to be the best hero in the world. It's all so sad, isn't it? The feeling of reliving the past, understanding that that's not what I want. You see, real heroes don't die. Real heroes are something that I just can't grasp right now. They're so alluring, aren't they? I wonder. Oh, I guess I should stop choking you so hard. We wouldn't want you to pass out or anything. It'd be so sad. But I do cherish a little asphyxiation now and then for my prey, or in this case, my doll. Oh, don't take it to heart. You just look clean, nice. Like a doll. Someone who's beautiful and cool. I think it was dear who? I think it was that one hero. How forgetful. The past is the past, after all. And dead men tell no tales. Right? As for you, doll, I wouldn't want you to get the wrong idea and think that I'm just gonna hurt you all the time. No. If you're going to live, you have a stringent laundry list of things you have to do for me. Oh, where was I? Sorry about that. I just got caught in those loving thoughts of the fun we're gonna have, doll. Oh, we're gonna paint the town red, aren't we? Oh, but where are my manners? We have so much to discuss. Why don't I put you down? Unless you like being asphyxiated. Oh, sorry. That would assume you're not a hero at all. That would assume you're just a plaything. I don't want to assume the worst of you. But something about when I whisper in your ear like this just makes me think you enjoy it. That you can't stop yourself from enjoying all of my touch. All of the brutality. Do you want me to break you? It almost feels like you do. That's so funny, isn't it? It's so sad, too, to think I've fallen this far, and so have you. Now you're just mine, little doll. Oh, but I bet you like that. Being talked down to, like you're my little slave. Oh, what a shame it would be if you met poor Deku before he opened his eyes to the world and found out it's not such a nice place, you know? Unless you wring it by the neck. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to mock you. It was just you're so easy. But where are my manners? Why don't I take you in, like the proper gentleman I am? Down like this. Now take my hand. If you'd like to avoid getting dragged in by your hair, that is. Oh, no, I'd never do that. That's too violent for me. But I can't promise it's too violent for me when I'm choosing not to be pretend. Choosing not to be civilized. Of course, you can choose whatever you like, love. You're my precious little doll after all. And hopefully you don't break too easy. You see, finding one that's actually quite a good toy is so hard these days. Most of them just break and they end up being disappointments. Now, you're my guest at the party. I wish to introduce you to someone. Well, you could say My partner in crime. Another ex-hero. Someone who used to call All Might their idol. Someone who used to try and take down people like All for One. And now, how the tables have turned. Isn't that right, little hero? You still have some fight in you, don't you? That's so admirable. I dare say I couldn't bear to harm someone with such a pure heart. What would Kacchan think? What would he think if he were... Well, I don't care about that. He can think what he likes. And of course, I'll still be the Deku that he trusts. Well, if the long forgotten can even trust at all. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to involve you in personal drama. I'm so sorry. That would be shameful of me, wouldn't it? Now come on. The party's just started. Oh, of course. There's party favors as well. Now, you look like a capable little doll. Now, are we gonna paint the town red? Or just you? Would you get too jealous of the person I was beating to death? That's the main concern, isn't it? You understand. It's so hard to find good toys these days. It gets so boring when you're at the top of the crime world. You have friends. You have enemies. But where's the room for entertainment? All this money, and yet no good way to spend it. Well, I could maybe spend a little on you. If you'll stay my doll. More like, if you can handle being my doll. After all, it's not too easy. Well, since you seem like you're still resisting and putting up that hero's facade, that you're brave in front of me, what do you think? You're gonna be the one to take me back to the hero side? You have no idea, do you? Everyone seems to think I was brainwashed. But the truth of it is, little Deku saw the world for what it is. And he understood. That's not gonna solve anything. Playing hero doesn't get results. And moreover, you have to worry about others. After I started killing, I realized something. I don't feel anything when I kill someone. Quite the opposite, actually. I feel a lot. Oh, at first I cried. Oh, I was so sad. And then I realized something. That hero or villain, which one would let me do it again? I had to find out. You know, if I felt anything the next time. And wouldn't you know it, I did. I was so excited. I still remember the way that they handled the Detroit smash. Of course, I found something even greater than the killing itself. It was actually just the fact that I was able to savor it. The fear and sadness, the tears soon dried up, and little Deku was all but swallowed up by a sick obsession. And for a while, I skirted the line between hero and villain. I didn't know where to go. I tried to justify myself. I tried to make it a pity story. When in actuality, I just wanted playthings to break. Oh, Gets such a long face, though. I'm sure you love the attention. Don't you? I was the #1 hero after all. So, why don't you look very happy? Aren't I your idol? Aren't I just like All Might? That's a nostalgic name, isn't it? You know, the name that feels so dead and buried. What an idiot. He gave me his power. And at the time, I really did believe in heroes. I believed in him. In fact, I wanted to stop all the crime in the world. Funny now. I just wanted to spread, distract, and conquer. Amass even more power. What does it matter who I crush along the way? You don't actually think that that I need anything or anyone. I said goodbye to that after my mother disowned me. Oh, sweet little Inca. You'd think that she'd never abandon her dear son. But once she saw me bring home a doll for once, in the aftermath, she couldn't look at me as her son anymore. I was just a monster, wasn't I? Well, you don't need to worry about that, doll. I have faith you'll be the exception. Oh, you caught me. I say that to every doll, don't I? Well, don't hold your breath. Instead, I'll hold you up with these. Want to see a magic trick? Watch as I use the amazing power of justice, one for all. I'll show you what justice looks like. Not. I think I'll show you what my kind of justice looks like, doll. Look at you. You're practically strung up on everything. It's so adorable. Don't you think? Don't you feel amazing? Your entire life, up until now, has just been to meet me, hasn't it? Isn't this what you always wanted? To be pinned to the wall with bent silverware, crucifying you up there? Oh, I didn't break your skin, of course. Why would I hurt such a beautiful doll? You've given me no reason to. Isn't that right? Besides, if I hurt you, what would I do later? I'd be so bored. All you do is cry and whine and beg for your life. And while that's pretty fun, I like to savor it. I like to give you the full experience. And something about you's different. Something about you so different. What could it be, doll? What's the difference between you and all the other ones that I've broken and left for, well, not quite dead, mostly. Instead, I like to leave them with just a bit of life left in them. So if they happen to recover, I can haunt their dreams. Oh, sorry. That wasn't very heroic of me, I know. And I'm truly sorry. But stringing you up like this so that everyone can see was just the first step. Why don't we take some of that off of you? You look so burdened. I'll help you. I'll free you from the villain's constraints. Not. Instead, why don't we do something fun? You look like you know how to have some fun, don't you? Why don't you show me? Show me that diabolic side of you. Now, let's give you a nice little choice. You'll get to make the same choice I did. Now, you could choose the lives of 10 villains, or the lives of one hero. You get to decide. Why don't you? It's the show of the evening. You'll get to watch everything about it unfold. The lovely little dangers and all. So, who gets to live? Don't you like having the power to decide? Isn't it intoxicating? I'm sure you enjoy it. Because I know I got drunk off it. It became so much more than what I thought it would ever be. And then I realized that holding back is just a waste of time. Life's too short, and what does it matter? We're all just animals, right? Just animals. Now, if you'll excuse me, you get to step on either that platform or the other. Why don't we see whose head pops like a balloon? Oh, sorry. Is that too vulgar for you? I wouldn't want to shock you now. Just leave you breathless. Oh, don't mind me. I wouldn't do it. But you have to, don't you? Now, I'll give you just a moment while I get refreshments. We gotta enjoy this in the utmost, don't we? Oh, when I said paint the town red, did you think I meant figuratively? No, it's just not the same without a big mess. And risk, and all kinds of things. You know, one time, a long, long time ago, I got put in a situation like this. Only for me, it was much harder. Did you know? I had to choose between the one I loved most in the whole wide world and a load of lowlifes. But go figure. Little innocent me, who had heroism on the mind, didn't think that the villains would trick me. Didn't think that those group of 20 or so villains would be my classmates. In hindsight, though, that's the only way to live. Life can't stab you if you blow it up first. Get the idea? Good. Now I'll be right back with those refreshments, okay? You'll enjoy it, won't you, doll? You. Hey. Look. Don't say a word. There's gonna be so much that I can't listen to right now. I'm going to take you away. Don't say anything. If you understand, just nod. Good. And we're home free, I guess. Who said you could talk? Who said you could talk to me? Now I have to hold you like this, so you can't say anything more. I'm not taking you to save you. Who do you think I am? What do you think I've been through? Do you even know who I am? Of course you don't. Of course you don't care. No one cares. They don't understand me. You don't understand me either. But you smell nice. Let's see if you taste nice, shall we? Don't move if you want to live. I can tell you're gonna be a delicious one. You might just be my lunch someday. Do you like that? I hope you like that. It's always nice when my prey likes to be devoured. But you seem like something special. By your flavor, your texture, the way when you're silent, but your heart beats faster. I enjoy it. That feeling of control over you that most prey lacks. So, what do you say? Want to become my flesh puppet? My little toy? My little lunch? Don't say a word. If you want to, just nod. Yes. Oh, no. This is good. This isn't good. This isn't good. This isn't right. This isn't how I had intended. You're not doing it right. You're not supposed to do that. No, it's not that simple. If you don't act properly, how am I supposed to savor the meal's experience? It's not the same if you don't do it right. Let's try again, shall we? You wouldn't want me to lose my patience, would you? You want someone to devour you, right? And I might just have to keep you just the way you are and make you cry out with that frightening voice of yours. But if I did that, I might just have to choke you like this. Because you thought about saying something, didn't you? You were thinking badly of me, weren't you? Weren't you? Why don't you tell me? What were you thinking? Except you can't talk now. With this tentacle around your neck. Choking. Why don't you go ahead and nod if you understand you were wrong? Or shake your head if you think you weren't. You don't believe you were wrong? Well, then I guess I'll just have to do something even more. I'm sure you'd understand. I need to do this. I'm so itchy. I can't stop itching because that's the way they did it to me. You're laughing. I can tell you're laughing, just like Miriam was. Just like all that time I thought I could trust him, and then he did that. You can't be serious, can you? You don't expect me to believe in you, do you? As if I'd have a heart for someone like you. No, your best is a meal, a source of nutrition. You know that. You know it, don't you? But you want to be my meal, don't you? Oh, You almost passed out. I guess I should let you go, shouldn't I? But I'm not a hero anymore. I threw that life away when everything betrayed me. When everything went horribly wrong. I couldn't take it anymore. You have no idea what it's like to be stabbed in the back by someone that you trust with all your heart, do you? With all your heart? It's not like that. It's not like that. It's not like that. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Don't tell me you're doing this still, Amajiki. Midoriya, what do you think you're doing? Why are you interfering with my prey? Did you honestly think they were your prey to take? Oh, come on. What do you actually take me for? You don't actually think that I was gonna give up my doll to you, do you? They're my bunny. They're my bunny. I'm gonna get my bunny back. I'll find my bunny. This is my bunny. You understand, don't you? Don't you? It's not like that. They're wrong. They're wrong. You've gone off the deep end again, my friend. And it's so sad to see you like this. Amajiki-kun, you really need to know your place. I guess you're not my partner for no reason. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna hurt me? Amajiki-kun, what would your bunny think if you hurt poor old me? Don't you mention that name ever. You have no right. Oh no, did I hit a nerve with you, dear partner? It's not like you haven't killed so many innocent people. Woe is us, our poor, poor, murderous souls. Shut up. I don't kill people. I make them into my meals. There's a difference. It's the order of things. You understand. It's just natural selection. I need to find my bunny. I need to find my bunny before Bunny gets lost. Before I lose Bunny forever. No. You're having one of your attacks, aren't you? Don't worry, Tamaki. I'll rescue you by beating some sense into you. Nice and slowly. Not bad. I guess you've got some fight left in you. You definitely got some range on me, don't you? Too bad I'm much stronger than you. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch Tamaki by his throat. If he hollers, slit his neck Don't give up now. Our bunny's wrecked.
Now, for old time's sake, and because you're my business partner now, I can't just kill you outright. It'd be too sad.
I'd practically cry you a river myself. So how about we strike a deal? Clearly, doll interests both of us. Or was it bunny for you? Now I can let you go, and we can let bygones be bygones. And maybe even share this cute little doll. Until they break, of course.
They'll break, eventually, like all the rest. I have the utmost of faith in our abilities. It's so sad. For just an innocent, worthless fool. Oh, I didn't mean to say something so harsh. I meant to say...
helpless, maybe.
hopeless. You know, the usual stuff. It's really nice to see someone have their hope just crushed one moment at a time, don't you think?
What do you think, doll? Do you like the idea
of being a plaything to someone so incomprehensibly stronger and more influential than you'll ever be? And yet, what greater pleasure
than leaving everything in your life up to those who own you, who govern you? Don't you think submission is release for someone like you? Now come on, with a pretty little expression like that, what am I supposed to think? You're barely conscious, love. Don't tell me you're going to make me take off my gloves now. I don't mind. All the better. To touch you with. Don't get ahead of yourself now, love. It'd be a shame if you ended up kicking the bucket. I don't want you to die.
I don't even want you to suffer. It'd be a shame to see suffering. And besides, it would steal poor Amajiki's bunny. Isn't that right?
Don't think that you can bully me. It's not bullying. You're my equal, aren't you? We're business partners. I'm not your superior.
Poor Amajiki-kun. He's clearly confused.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm just not used to talking. Oh, come on. Get over those old habits already. Don't tell me you're still petrified over what happened to your poor bunny. Don't you say another word, or I'll kill you. I'll drain every drop of blood from your body. Then I'll eat you alive.
Tamaki, don't say such horrible things. What did they do to you to make you
so deranged? I love it. Don't you, doll? Don't you just love that side of him? I always use it to my advantage, of course. I'll sick him on one or another, making him an excellent tool.
Partner. The epitome of a partner in crime.
Only you're not very, well, easy to handle, are you? There's a reason for that. Because I'm not giving up. Just because I like it. Just because I'm addicted. Doesn't mean that I'll give up on making the bunny the money I need be mine.
That's so admirable. I could just cry. So beautiful. Such a story. Like a fairy tale. I love fairy tales, don't you? Except there's never a real happy ending, is there?
You see, I used to believe in those happy endings. Wouldn't you believe it? They gave me hope. They gave me love. They gave me a childhood, believing in All Might, hating on All for One. Isn't it strange how you can go from being so pure, the purest of them all, to being anything but? And all it really takes is just a few flicks of the wrist to see the world for what it is. Why don't I teach you?
Don't you do that. Otherwise,
The meat won't be as good. Prudent as always.
it's not that. Unlike a monster like you, I've still got a piece of myself. Just because I... Here we go again. Tamaki-kun. It's so sad to see you like this. You're oh so confused.
I can't believe you're so silly. So utterly idiotic. You still think that you can uphold justice while eating people. How quaint.
It's not for justice. I don't give a damn about sides. That's not why I do what I do. And you know it. You know why I do it. You're not making any sense. Tamaki-kun. Why, you've killed so many innocents. How could I trust you?
How couldn't I? Pardon my stereotypical laugh, but it's just so funny. Seeing you, oh, so convinced you're still a hero. Take a look in the mirror. Do you think there's anyone who still thinks you are? Ever since we went through our training, you've been a model villain. Don't you agree?
Doesn't matter what I am. That's not the point. I'm going to save Bunny from you.
Just so you can eat them. You've got a twisted mind there, and I love it. Every little twisted thought of yours is so adorable. You remind me of myself when I was first starting out, discovering those urges. Yours just came out in a different way. You're like an untamed beast. I'm a gentleman. We are like owner and pet, aren't we?
Don't you say you're better than me. I'll kill you.
Oh, that'd be so sad. What would you do without me? Tamaki.
Don't act like you're my friend. We're business partners. You help me get what I need, and I hope you get what you need. That's it. That's it, that's it, that's it, that's it, that's it. Now, you're saying we share Bunny. What makes you think I'm okay with that?
Oh, Tamaki-kun, you're breaking my heart. I share things with you every day. Aren't you going to at least try and share the prey? Oh, I do so love when things get nice
and ruthless, like two starving hounds at each side. What do you choose, doll? Do you think we should share you? Do you think you'll survive? I wonder. You wouldn't be the first, but you may be the last. You never know. Maybe we'll change our ways. Maybe we'll go back to being heroes. What do you think, Tamaki-kun? There's no going back without Bunny. Do you know why? Don't play as though you don't. Don't be that way. You know exactly what the problem is. You're just manipulative. Never mind. Don't. You're going to hurt my feelings. Why do you do this? I'm just trying to be a good friend. Doesn't that mean anything to you? Don't you just want to give me all of your love and respect? Of course you don't. But that's not what I'm asking for. How about we split 50-50? Down the middle or through the sides? I'm not sharing that way. Well, that's rather difficult, isn't it? If you don't share, then I've lost my doll, and I don't really like that. This darling here, I still have to teach her what a real villain is. And you need to eat, don't you? You want some of that tasty blood, and why not a serving of lust while we're at it? By the way, Tamaki-kun, you sure do like to hate on me, even though I've forgiven you so much. Didn't say you didn't. Just that you have a nasty way of doing things sometimes. That's all. It's okay. It's not like it'll get in the way of business. I just have my views. You have yours. Oh, but can't we come to a nice little agreement? I'm sure we can, if we just work things out. Like gentlemen. Fine. We'll do things that way. I'm too hungry to think about anything else. Let's go. Aw, see? Was that really so hard? I bet it wasn't. Your pride just kept you from it, right? Shut up before I change my mind. Don't say that. It'd be too sad if you did. Besides, wouldn't we disappoint your bunny? Of course not. I love my bunny. That's great. But do you really? Do you even understand the beauty of it? The glory of it? All of that lovey-dovey nonsense. Of course, there's no saying that they won't become a nice little doll for us to play with. Forever and ever and ever. Just gotta make sure that they don't get too much roughhousing. Otherwise, they might break, and it would be too sad. We're heroes after all. Remember, Tamaki-kun? Remember the good old days when we really were? Do you remember the big three and Muriel, that fake hero? He really kicked my ass a few times. Until I sucker punched him
Oh, he's just fine now. Too bad he doesn't have his quirk back.
It's just such a riot, isn't it? How we always win. Good guys want to tell us how bad we are, but we're just being honest with the world, you know? I can't argue with it. Not after what they've done. Fake heroes. They're worse than villains. You do know that you're considered a villain now, right? So you're kind of the worst of the lot, aren't you? Don't you take pride in it? It's become a source of my pride, knowing that I'm the best at being so bad. Now, I've always wondered this, and maybe you can sate my curiosity. But is it alluring for you? The threat of how little you can do to preserve your own self. Your life is in our hands. Someone who wants to drink your blood and maybe take a bite. And another who just wants to... Well, I've said it before. I just want to show you what it's like to fall. Just like me. It's not such a bad thing, I promise. Oh, well, I guess there's no point in promising something like that. You wouldn't believe me anyways, right? You're talking to one of the most infamous and ruthless killers in the world. But does that excite you? Be honest, I won't be mad if it doesn't. Just disappointed. You can be honest. Won't you at least try and be honest with me? I'm sure it's better to be honest. All things considered.
Don't you think? Lying won't get you very far right now. You'd just be wasting my time and yours. And besides that, I think both me and my partner here want to get to know you better. We did make an agreement to split you, and the only way I can see that happening is if we have a spectacular run at it in my room.
Let's just get going already. Before I change my mind.
Oh, how quaint. He still thinks he can change his mind. But we both know. He wants you just as much as me. Oh, I want to devour you, doll. Devour you in such a way that you'd never recover, and that you'd never want to recover. I want to be the infection that corrupts that heart of yours, that turns you from hero to villain, from innocent to corrupted. I may have a bit of a, what do you say, fondness towards making people be like me. Just like I was. Innocent until the fall. And then, oh, so delightfully corrupt. Oh, so delightfully honest. Don't you love it? The real world, revealed as nothing more than a playground for those who are superior, to enjoy themselves like you saw me earlier. You see that fellow there? He really had it coming to him, now that I think about it. He was such a bad man, a real villain, because he tried to steal from me. I don't take kindly to theft. Thou shalt not steal. Isn't that one of the sacred rules of the world? Well, I can't say I follow it, so poor guy just got in over his head. Found me on a day that I just felt like doing it. Maybe I would have spared him another time. But he's no doll, you are. And I'm interested in playing house. I'll be the daddy. And you'll be... what exactly? What do you want to be? The mommy? The family pet? Or maybe just a nice little accident. Something that's just so fun to take down a notch, so fun to delve into, to dive right in. Oh, I know you'll love this.
After all, you're a hero, just like me.
So you'll fall just the same. So just relax. What have you got to lose that you haven't already? Oh? By the looks of it, there might be a little surprise in store, isn't there?
But you can trust me with it, right?
I would never let you down. I don't have time for that. It's bad business. You should stop hounding them. Besides, when do I get the next bite? Greedy as always, aren't you, Mr. Tamaki?
You're such a brute. It's so sad. So delightfully
pathetic. You have no right to say that. Oh, you're right. Where are my manners? After you two. Here's the room. Don't get lost. I know it's big and extravagant, but now it's your new home. You're the family pet. And we're gonna take good care of you. I'm going to ravage you. I'll make sure to savor every little bit of your body. Whoa there, tiger. Don't get ahead of yourself.
It'd be such a shame if we made our guest not feel at home.
This doll's gotta get undressed.
I get it, but that doesn't mean
I won't get impatient. When did I ever say that? I'm not the most patient either. So it's just as well, really. Now, where were we, doll? About to paint the town white this time? I wonder. That depends on you, doesn't it?
But you wouldn't disappoint us, would you?
Of course they won't.
They're my bunny,
whether they like it or not. Oh, look who's getting all possessive of you. I hope you don't mind. But I'm going to fight for that admiration.
Then we're going to have to...
No, there's no need for us to be combative about it. We'll just split this lovely doll one end to the other. Of course, they can't complain. There's enough to accommodate both of us.
Fine. I guess that's what we'll do. But I need some place to bite. I gotta taste it. Now, calm yourself, Tamaki-kun.
You wouldn't want to scare them now. What would we do if we didn't treat them in a way that was with class and care? We'd be simple brutes, which isn't what we are. You should know that.
We're obviously brutes with
Class. The thugs of the suit and tie, like this. Don't you think the suit and tie and gloves just suit me more than that tacky outfit I had
when I was still a whining, crying hero like this? An unsure baby. Clashed against the world, thinking I was stronger than I am.
Isn't it so funny? Now that I've matured a bit, now I know. I realized it all so simply. If you want something, you just have to take it. Why don't you tell me what you want, doll? It's fine. We can make all your wildest desires come true. Now, did I ever show you my favorite knife? Oh, this one has some history.
You see, with One for All, it just ended up so painfully boring.
Once I learned how to use 100%, there was no one who could stand a chance against me. I was unbeatable, maybe even better than All Might. Then I realized, if I want to make the world that much more beautiful, I should carve my name into it. So I did just that. You know, like those lovebirds do in the trees. Only I like to carve into those things. Those lovely little things that I own, like you. Do you like being pinned against the wall by me? Don't get too jealous. Because there's more coming right up. Do you like the feeling of a sharp knife at your throat? One flick of the wrist.
I did mention it earlier. But you don't need to worry. I'd never do something like that, right?
At least I wouldn't. Unless you gave me a reason to. You could always beg for the easy way out. I would oblige. Then, your body would go to good use. I can promise you that. Though, the details are so foggy. Why don't we figure it out? 1 inch at a time. Oopsies. Look at that blood. Just a speck of it.
No. Tamaki-kun, you best
tend to their wound. We wouldn't want it getting infected, would we? But, of course, we wouldn't want things to go bad. So Oh, that's a good pat. It's a shame that you didn't think of it yourself. That must be some tasty blood from your bunny, isn't it? I always wondered, why do people eat rabbits? I realized we're all just walking meat, ready for the butcher's block, wouldn't you say? I really enjoy making the world into its own little storybook, you know? And that's why I'll take you in any way that I like.
Now, if you don't mind.
And you don't want to be hurt? Why don't you kneel down? Like you're worshiping me. I might as well be your god in this moment. So why don't you put that mouth of yours to good use and worship me? Yes. Ah. Ah. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. A little more vigor, please. I wouldn't want you to lose yourself too early. Come on. Come now. Don't be shy. You can surely do better than that. Oh, yes. What are you waiting for? Amajiki-kun? Are you just gonna watch? Or get more of that sweet, delicious meal that you oh so desire? I guess I could nibble while you're occupied. No blaming me for something that's up to you. I didn't do anything to hurt you. But you made things more complicated. Why do you always do this? If I want my meat, I take it. Then by all means, let the buffet of all you can eat bunny begin. Oh, so delightful, isn't it? Don't you just love worshiping me?
Really, my bunny,
Paying tributes to my perfect body and gentlemanly cause. Yes. Now don't mind me if I grab you by the head and just assist you a little. Feeling my teeth. Yes. You seem to be doing quite well. Don't choke too much. You might gag.
every kiss.
Yes. Yes. Don't move a muscle now. You've got plenty to clean up, don't you? My little messy doll. Now that you've had just a bit of heroism in your mouth, let's say we see you get worshipped yourself. It's only fair, right? Now, I'm going to sit in this chair and look down at you. Now you can choose to hold my hand or even look up at me. But I want to see you in the beast behind you decides to go for your... Well, you know without even me saying. There he goes. Who's a good boy? You are. That's right. Shut up. Damn it. You don't... Doesn't he do just the best job? I've heard such good things. And you're not the first bunny to get his devouring treatment. I hope you enjoy it, though. It's such a good show. I like watching. Can you blame me? Someone has to get you warmed up. Otherwise, what will I do when I want to claim you? But there's simply no way I can, because you're not ready for it. And woe is me, I wouldn't want to torture you or anything. Oh, who am I kidding? Torture's pretty fun. Don't mind if I do. Judging by your expression, it seems like you've gotten a bit carried away. Oh no, what's wrong? You look a little desperate. Do you need a break? I'm sure you're getting tired of being bitten all over, aren't you? Why don't you beg? Beg like you mean it. I'd love to see that. What exactly will you beg for? I won't even give you any hints. You can beg for anything you want, and I'll go ahead and grant it. How about that? That way I'm quite fair, and if you happen to beg for something like freedom, you can have that. But you'll miss out on all of this, claiming you. And I think we know how this story will end. As if there was ever any question. Go ahead. Why don't you get it over with before I lose my patience? If you take too long, I'll make you beg and beg and beg, and I might just use my favorite knife in a way that would be most difficult for you. What's that? Oh, you can do so much better. You just have to try. Go ahead. Say it. I won't put any words in your mouth, but... There it is. Now, was that so hard, dear hero? Was it so hard to admit what you truly desired? Oh, trust me, I knew from the very start, and even with Tamaki's incessant biting, I knew you were no match for the powers of justice. Nah, who am I kidding? There's no justice here for you, except for the justice of love. Seeing you give in is so satisfying. Can you see my smile? Do my eyes look as happy as I think they do? Oh, you're just glowing too, aren't you? So precious. Enough, Tamaki. I think you've had plenty of bites. I need more. I need more. Then why don't you let our little doll here handle giving you your reward? Now, doll, if you want me, you're going to have to service Amajiki. Understood? Of course you do. It'd be such a shame if you were stupid. Luckily, you seem to learn quick. You're such a good little pet. Let me just give you a pat on the head. What a good doll. I enjoy calling you doll for 2 reasons, you know. One, because you seem to just twist and turn as I want you to. So you're like a doll, posing how I want, begging how I want. It's so delectably controlling. I love it. The other reason is because those rosy cheeks of yours. Perhaps it's not right to call it rosy, but you just look like a doll to me. You could be the next one in the line of dolls, if you really wanted to, if you weren't already mine. How does it feel to be in the capable hands of someone so much more amazing than you've ever met? Oh, I'm sure you've met several of the bigwig heroes, but what are they gonna do? They failed once and they'll fail again. No one's going to stop me. Not now, and not until the day I die. And even then, it'd be such a shame if they took down the former symbol of justice. Isn't it ironic how you can go from one extreme to the next? So many different pathetic things. And yet it's so glorious. I love it. It's practically incredible. Now, why don't you turn around this way and show me what you've got? Tamaki, you can go right ahead and have the front. I'm going in to this precious wonder back here. Oh, yes. It feels good to be a god. Oh. How does it feel to have the form of number one here, claiming you as his own? Just does it scare you? Do it. I hope so. Do it, Bunny. Do it. I do like fear. To think I used to be such a scaredy cat myself. Yeah. Now, claiming you is just another accomplishment under my belt. That's it, Bunny. Yes. for my money, aren't you? How quaint of you. Does it excite you to have my knife so near? So readily available to carve you up if you let me down? I hope it does. You're such a danger monger, aren't you? You enjoy all of it, don't you? That's quite cute. Don't worry. I'll please you.
Like that, but like this.
Don't move too much now. We wouldn't want the knife to dig in you. It would be such a shame to see you die. Or get gravely wounded. Horribly misfigured.
Buddy's mine.
You name it. Yes. Yeah. I've been waiting for this. Do you like it? Do you like
More.
all the attention?
Thank you. Before I have to show you more of you.
Yes. That's right. A knife will keep you honest.
Safer.
Doll.
Open your mouth.
You're such a little...
Let me see.
How do I put it?
That's right.
You're so satisfying to tease.
Good.
Even when deep inside.
For now.
Does that bother you? I sincerely hope not.
That's right.
After all, it would be meaningless.
You're messy.
What's the point of bother if you can't change a damn
Of
thing?
course you do.
But I wouldn't want to scare you or anything. So, I'll just leave the rest up to Tamaki-kun. What a fun little excursion, wouldn't you say? Now, where were we? I think I was talking to you about what's going to happen to you. Of course, since I was a former... Oh, that joke's getting old. Why don't I be honest with you? I enjoyed myself abnormally so. You're quite the doll, after all. So, why don't we have a little bit extra? A fun time with lots of happy choices to make. Doesn't it sound fun? I'm sure you're just itching to pull the trigger on another fun excursion. Don't get off your knees. I'd have to kick you back down. And you do not want me to kick you. So, you never did make the choice, so... Well, it's alright. We'll give you an easy run this time, but next time it'll be twice as bad. Scout's honor. I wouldn't lie to you, you know. So now that you're aware of what your life is now, you get to live by my command. Of course, by his too. I don't mind, and I don't think you will either, because you won't have time to. Now, I wouldn't degrade you to being something like a servant, no. More like a... Stockholm Syndrome. You won't want to leave before too long. Just wait. You'll be my bunny, and it'll all work out, bunny. I'll treat you well, and make sure I savor you, and raise you into something truly delicious. But I think I found a second love. I'll have to show you, because otherwise I wouldn't know what to do. I'd be too excited. So why don't you just give me your hand? I won't bite too hard.